Students, good morning. Let us see unit number 2, 2.1 animals. Walt Whitman is the poet of that poem. Walt Whitman was the very major, very dominant figure in the early American poetry, as he was the American poet. In an age when all poetry was rhymed and metrical, means until this point, until the 18th century, all the poems were written, used to write down in a metrical form or in a rhyme pattern forms. Whitman made a break with tradition and wrote revolutionary new kind of poetry in a free verse, means no boundaries of any rhythm, no boundaries of any meter. Okay, that type of rules and regulation he break down. He was a non-conformist in all aspects, including his social life as well. What were the rules and regulations was established by the society, he didn't accept that. He break down that and he tried to emerge his own format in his own social life as well. The poet tells us that he feels more at home with animals than humans. As if you have read this poetry, you will understand that animals has more virtues than the human beings, and that's why the poet Whitman is telling that he feels very free and he feels that like he is at home when he is with the companionship of animals, whom he finds complicated and false. Humans are very complicated and their nature, their behavior is false one. Let us see the poem line by line now. I think I could turn and live with animals, means I can transform myself into animals. They are so placid means they are not easily upset. See, in our life also, if we didn't get anything, any small matters also, we are very upset in our lives. We should not. And self-contained, how they are very self-contained, whatever their needs are, very very self-sufficient they are. Their needs are very less one than the human beings also. I stand and look at them long and long. So here this line is an example of repetition. Underline that. I stand and look means when I observe them, I thought upon them, I brood upon them, their nature, and that's why long and long that word is used here. And then I got the expression or the characteristic of that animals. They do not sweat, they do not tired and whine about their condition. Whine means they do not cry upon whatever they have their own life. They do not cry upon that situation. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Means sometimes what happen, whenever we talk, whenever we have any problem, we tell to each other, we discuss with the God. So they do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied, not a single species is not dissatisfied, not one is demented with any single demented with the mania of owning things. See, where the commas are there, it is a thought is not completed there, further that thought is completed where we got the full stop. So at the end of the line the thought is still processing. So they do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. They don't have the craze. They don't have the fads in their minds that we want this one, we want that one. Just like the human beings wants to get so many possessions, the lively possessions, the cars and or the estate possessions and all like that. The animals don't want anything such a passions or the such a craze. They don't have to own the worldly richness or worldly happiness. They don't want anything. Not one kneels to another. They don't kneel, they don't beg for that, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. From the thousands years ago they were loyal and they are loyal and they will be loyal. For example, if we take an example of dog, they were loyal, they are also loyal and they will be loyal in the future also. Not one is respectable, not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. See, here the idea is that they are respectable and they are unhappy. They are not unhappy, they are happy over the whole earth. Underline that line, because as it is an example of hyperbole, that expression is exaggerated here. Okay, so they show their relations to me and I accept them. Show their relations means all these animals, the poet is saying that they show me their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. Tokens here means they have given in the margin that virtues like innocence, simplicity, contentment, they are happy, self-contained, self-satisfied. It means tokens means they bring me tokens of myself. They evince, they want to show them plainly in their possession. What is their possessions? All animals' possession is that their own virtues. Virtues of what kind? They are innocent, they are simple, they are contented, they are placid. Okay, these are their possessions and good qualities and virtues. Remember, all these virtues, positive things, they have asked in the workshop. I will clear them also. I wonder, but make a list of these virtues and vices also. I wonder where they get those tokens. Very nice sentence and the lines is coming forward. Did I pass that way huge times ago and I negligently dropped them? The question is asked. I wonder where they get those tokens. Though I am also living being on this earth, animals are also the living being on this earth. They are having all these virtues from the long years ago. I have also these before, very long back ago, but where they have gone now? Why not these all tokens are with me now today? Did I pass that way huge times ago? Means they were with us. All these virtues, the human beings in the earlier long back ancient ages, they have these virtues, but we are now dropping them. How? That very nice adverb they have used, negligently drop them. Whether we have negligently dropped them out, where they are now, means the poet, this is my favorite line of this poem, very nice poem. They have asked, did we negligently drop them out? If the answer is yes, then we should be very careful about that, why it happens so. Okay, so many margin question they have asked here. What craze do animals never display? Okay, so they don't have any craze to have own any things, to own any possession. Okay, so they don't have any craze, any mania to owning things. Okay, what could have happened to the tokens of the poet's self? They have dropped negligently. He has dropped, means all of us, all the human beings, we have dropped them out very negligently. That is the answer for that question. Very short poem it is, but the meaning, on the basis of meaning, it has a very depthful meaning, and we also wants to figure out which virtues we have to add in our oneself's behavior. Okay, to become like a very good mannered person. I have discussed all the workshop as well as all the questions also in this poem. Read them, learn them, like the video and subscribe the channel to get the updated video. Thank you.